how did it affect your feelings about yourself as this developed, the thyroid eye disease?
Well, it definitely affected my self-confidence because I already have quite low confidence, quite low self-esteem because I was always on the shorter side because I'm quite short, and then I also have more weight than others. So when it also happened, it definitely damaged my self-confidence as well because everyone everywhere you go, people, especially if they're close to you, they will ask like what happened to your eyes, and then I have to like start, oh yeah, I got hyperthyroidism, this affects me, this is blah blah blah. So yeah, it also affected me, my confidence, and then affected my ability to just use my eyes normally, like because it gets very dry sometimes. Then again, the light sensitivity also affected me. So yeah, especially the self-esteem and confidence issue is something that's really, really affected me.
Did you find that you limit your social contacts or maybe even through your work? Do you find that you're just changing in some ways that maybe seeing people less or wearing sunglasses indoors? Or do you have like what's your coping? Like, how have you coped with it?
The way I cope with it, it's I think because it also happened during pandemic the most, so we just don't naturally see people that much. But what I usually do is that I used to take a lot of selfies. Like I like taking pictures of myself, but it just really, really decreased after my diagnosis because I just really don't like what I see in my pictures. Like I this is not me. Like this is not how I look. I used to look like. So yeah, it's definitely hard. And for social, uh no, I don't really like, like it doesn't really affected me socially because I just went with it. Yeah, but they're just small steps that I personally do for my own things.
Hmm. And then what about your doctor? Do you explain to your doctor like what you're experiencing as far as the physical symptoms, but also the emotional, like how hard it is for you to just navigate just through your daily life?
Yeah, the thing is I switched doctors multiple times. So one doctor actually gave me steroid, but in pills. But I don't remember if he even told me like, oh, this is for your eyes, because he gave me just a lot of pills and I didn't know what are these for. So I didn't really take the medication seriously back then. And then I switched to another doctor who says that your eyes will just grows back naturally later. Not grows, I mean swells down naturally later. Just we just continue with your medication right now, and then I give you these eye drops again, the natural tears, and this will just help you with the dry, and you can just use this and the swelling will go down. And then I switch again to another doctor who I found a lot more progress. So with her we tested a lot of things, like there's this test called TRAB, I think.
Hmm.
And this is like a test to see just if I don't use thyroid medications anymore, will it relapse in the future? And my points were actually quite high. So that's why she decided to do the RAI therapy on me. And while doing that, she also gave me consultation to another ophthalmologist. And in 2017, I did a steroid eye injection. So it's injected right through here, like under my eye bone here. And at that time, I didn't really see that much of improvement. And then until around like 2 years after my RAI, I started to see my ophthalmologist again. And then I found out about something called steroid trip, the pulse therapy. So then we administer around 500 steroid every week. So in total, I had like around 3,500. I think it's in CC. And it also helps me quite a lot with the swelling, especially. But we actually plan to have like 6,000. And it we found out later that I didn't really react well to steroid. Like I will have the redness, the muscle spasms and everything. So we changed the plan from like 1 week, 6,000 cc to just like each week we will administer you like 500 cc, 500 cc, 500 cc.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you must just feel like it's such a long journey, just trying to
Yeah.
find solutions. And as you read about like some of the medications that are coming up, especially like in the United States, do you feel hopeful that there could be something that could help you down the road? Or are you, have you been just like looking into other things? Like, I think I'm just talking about like hope. Like where's your hope at this time?
Okay, so the thing is that I'm really thankful for you, Christine, and what you have done with your team, because I read the newsletter each month and I see just there's such so much progress that are happening around thyroid eye disease. And even though they're all happening in America and I live so far away from America, I just hope that one day there will be something that make it possible for my country to maybe have the same kind of research, and maybe we can, I don't know, maybe work together with America, with my country. And I also have done my own research, my own therapy, and just try things here, try some things, and if it doesn't work, then I try another thing. And yeah, I think hope is just really important. Like, I mean, outside of this thyroid eye disease, like we live in such a hard condition right now, like how the world is changing every time with all the other issues. So I think the term fake it until you make it is
Mhm.
something really, really true, because when you think that you can do it, you are actually like hyping yourself up, like, yeah, you can do this, you can do this. But if you thought that you cannot do it, it will definitely affected you mentally. And when the things you hope for doesn't even happen later, it became such a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then when it happens, like, yeah, see, I was right. See, I was right that I cannot do this. It just become a very negative experience for yourself, and it will definitely damage your confidence.
That's beautiful, Grace. So you can see yourself on the other side of this. Like
Yeah.
you can see this solved, and you're just no, yeah. I mean, I can totally relate to that, and I understand how important it is that to just see yourself on a journey, and that you do see that you're going to walk out of this situation at some point, maybe not even
Mhm.
knowing how that's going to be, but you know that that's where you're headed. Um,
Mhm.
you said something one time about how you were at first hating on yourself,
Yeah.
as you were seeing your appearance change, and that you did a beautiful work of art for us that we love having. We love having
Thank
you in the
you.
TED community, and we love the art that you share with us. And when you show yourself in the art, hugging this person inside that has a little patch on her eye,
Mm.
it's such a beautiful image. And so how did you come to that where you turn the tables on that hating on yourself and turn that into self-love? Like, how did you accomplish that?
It's definitely a very, very long journey. And it's definitely something that I need to do a lot of work internally. So, like my mental state is not always the best. So the thing is, I like to do my own research. So I do a lot of readings, a lot of research, and I watch a lot of videos from, like from psychiatrists, from mental health providers that I can trust from YouTube. And they share a lot of, like how do we deal with this certain kind of things, like how do we deal with anxiety, how do we deal with motivation. So, like those small things have definitely helped me. And um, I used to do art as well because I graduated in animation before. So I used to do a lot of illustrations. So when I was just brainstorming about what kind of story I want to tell with my drawings, it just came up to me naturally because I saw myself as someone small, someone who is really affected by this disease. But then I also see myself as someone who already experienced a lot of these things, and my bigger self or my major self is actually helping the past me to say, like, like I come from the future. Uh, and things aren't actually that bad, like if you keep doing just small things, like surround yourself with great people, with loving friends, it will definitely help your journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's extraordinary. Just it's so
Thank you so
inspiring just to
much.
listen to you. And thank you so much. And is there anything that you'd like to pass along to
Mhm.
others that are just starting out? Maybe they're newly diagnosed and they are at that point of feeling very isolated, very alone, because you know how it can be.
Yeah.
Thyroid disease can be very isolating, and perhaps they're not feeling hope. Maybe they're feeling some depression or a lot of confusion. So, what would you say to them to help them get started on this journey?
Well, what I've seen from some people that I've met here, I know that Graves' disease is something that is really tiring because you need to get back to your doctor like every month. And then, there's just like long queue at your doctor, and then you just have to wait. And some people just don't want to deal with that. And I feel like, it's such a pity if you didn't want to continue just because you have to wait for your cues. And I mean, I've been there. I've been to doctors where I need to come as early as 5 a.m. just to take my numbers. But these are all very necessary for your own good. And the thing with thyroid is just that the sooner you get it treated, the sooner you will get better. Especially the sooner you can treat your eyes better, the sooner it will get better. Like in my case, it's a little bit late because we only discovered about that like a bit later in my diagnosis. So that's why it's a bit hard for my eyes to just go swells down. So you need to always check back with your doctor. If one doctor doesn't seem fit to you, find another doctor. Just don't give up because one you will definitely find a doctor that will fit your fit your purposes. And then again, you need also to do your own research because you cannot just be passive and always wait for your doctors to pass you all the information they have. So you need to do a lot of your own researches. And online researches is
Mhm.
something really, really true because when you think that you can do it, you are actually like hyping yourself up, like, yeah, you can do this, you can do, to say, like, like I come from the future. uh And things aren't actually that bad. Like if you keep doing just small things, like surround yourself with great people, with loving friends, it will definitely help your journey.